Hey guys, how you doing? So it's going to do a deck build today. So we've got a fire deck. So it's a Charizard GX based around the Hidden Fates Charizard on a standard deck build. So we're loading up the game. So whichever one we go against, we're going to be uploading. So you know it's genuine. I've literally just uploaded the game. I'm going to go off the first person we go against. Win or lose, it's going to get posted. Alright, so it's basically pretty much in standard deck build. You have a few cards you can't use that you would normally use. So things like Lysandra, Guzma, computer search, all them cards that are listed in the top 10, they're not allowed. So you have to use standard cards. So it's pretty much cards that have been recently released from the last few expansions. So they're the only ones you can use. So anything black and white you can't use. And even a lot of the ones from X and Y you can't use. And even some cards from the Sun and Moon series, there's a couple in there that you can't use as well. So with that said, it's basically you do get a lot of different cards that you can use. So it's loaded up straight up because this is what I was on last time. So we're going to use the Charizard and Braxton from Cosmic Eclipse. This is the promo code 1. So I did manage to get another code. I did give it away when I first opened up this box on the channel, but I managed to buy a load of mixed codes, and this was one of them. So that one I kept for myself. So I managed to get this and the Venusaur in. So I put it in the deck. So we also got Oricorio. It's quite a good card because his weakness is lightning rather than being water. So you go against a water type. This is the kind of card that I would use, and also it switches the opponent's card as well. So because you can't use the Sandra, because you can't use Guzma, having this card in the deck with its attack ability to be able to switch cards is a really good thing to have, because all the cards you would normally use for that have been banned only and expanded. You can't use them in standard deck builds. So this is really good for that. And then we've got Salandit, and we've also got Salazzle. His ability for drawing cards is very good as well. And of course you've got to discard NG cards to do it, but of course we have got things like Fire Crystal to get them cards back. I've got one Charizard Ball there to get a GX card. We've got some Giants to get more NG cards. Brock's Grit to put the NG cards back into the deck. Also a couple of Cynthias to get new hands. Judges to draw, everyone draws more cards up to 4. Lily, we've got 2. Just basically, if we get one to start, then we get to draw more cards. And Pokemon Fan Club to set up the basic Pokemon. And a few others for here and there. So we've got one Charizard GX, and we've got one regular with rare Rolling Blaze Ball, but I was gonna put 2 in, but I put the other Charizard basic Braxton one instead. So if you've never seen this card, you may search your deck for up to 3 cards, put them in your hand, shuffle your deck, so that's choose for any 3 cards, but he does need 4 NG cards to attack. And then his GX move, attach 5 basic NG cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon any way you like. If this Pokemon has at least 1 extra NG card attached to it, in addition to this, track across your opponents. That opponent is now burned and confused. So if you have 2 NG cards in, then you can set your Charizard up straight away anyway, so he only needs basically 1 NG card. If he has 2, you can set him up straight away and confuse and burn the opponent's Pokemon. But anyway, we're going to save that. And we're going to use the Charizard and Braxton coin that you also get from that code. And there's also got the Charizard from Hidden Fates GX deck box. I think that's probably the best one to use. Yes, and then we're going to use the card sleeves. We'll just keep it with standard ones. I have got a few card sleeves that I could use, but none of them are really that fitting. We've got the Hidden Face one, but that's about it. Anyway, Charizard GX deck, so here we go. So we'll go versus. So this is the first time I've used this deck since editing it. I've used it in the past before, so I've changed a little bit. The deck is based around the deck you do get when you get the Charizard GX promo code from a Hidden Fates tin. So, come on, searching, here we go. Oh, we might actually have a grass type deck against this, so this should be interesting. Should have the advantage if he's using grass types. So we've got no choice but to use Growlithe. Seems that he hasn't got any basics in his hand, so we're going to be able to draw some more cards after this. Alright, so he's got, yes, grass types, Shine of Punishment, so he's going to go, oh, so he's definitely going to be going with the Jumpluff Lost March deck. So straight away I know what his strategy is. He puts cards in his Lost Zone, he uses Shine of Punishment to go against GX cards. So I'm not going to put the Charizard and Braxton on, or the Charizard GX. I'm going to stick with standard cards, because that's what he's going to do. He's going to keep putting them into the Lost Zone, evolving them. The more he puts in, the higher his attacks are. So he's using that in case I use GX cards. I'm not going to let him do that. So I'm going to stick with regular Charizard and Arcanine to win this match. Good thing about this one is that obviously mine are fire types, so I've got a type advantage against him. Even though he's got different cards that are going to be having high attack points and probably knock me out in one hit, I'm still going to be able to knock him out as well. So even with things like Charmeleon, 30 damage on 2 NG cards, it's more than enough to knock him out. And even Jumpluff hasn't got that high hasn't got that many high points. So I'm going to go with Fan Club. We're going to set it up. We're just going to go with Charmander, and I'm going to put Oricorio on as well. So I'm not going to go for the Braxton one, because with that being in play, and because it takes 3 free cards to when it's knocked out, it's not really worth doing it. Gonna hopefully get a Pokemon Communication card. Nope, but we did get a Judge, so we're gonna do that. Actually, yeah, we'll go Judge and use it on the next turn. I'm gonna go with Growlithe, and then we're going to attack. So it's only 10 damage. This one's actually weak against lightning rather than fire, which is a bit annoying. But I think I'm 50-50 sure that Jumpluff's weak against fire, and it's a grass type. So once it evolves, it should be weak against me, I think. So I'm not actually going to go for the Charizard at first, because I will if he's not weak against it, but if he is weak against fire when it evolves, then definitely won't evolve it into Charizard, because the Charmeleon's attacks will be strong enough. Alright, so he's got his setup. He's got all 4 of the ones he wants. He's going to evolve these into Jumpluff eventually. Putting quite a few of these cards into the Lost Zone, power it up. It's 20 damage for every card that's in it, and so far he has got 5, so that's 100 damage already, but it does seem to be taking a little bit longer for him to set it up. So we're going to go with Farfus, and I'm not sure if I should. I'm going to give him a new hand, so I'm not going to do Judge. I'm actually going to use Cynthia, because I don't want to give him more cards. Just to land it, put him on the bench, and this time knock him out of Combustion. Hopefully you get an Arcanine now to land it. Not great. Okay, searching for more cards. So there you go, he's got Skip Bloom, still weak against lightning, not weak against fire. But I have knocked one of them out though, so it's 1 out of 4. So what I'm going to try and do now is I'm going to get Oricorio on. I'm going to force Jumpluff onto the field before he wants him. He's got 3 of them on there, so it's 70 damage. I'm going to force it on. It'll get confused and it'll get burned. So, and then hopefully you'll get a Tails, and I can knock it out on the turn after it's been confused and burned. So he's going to go for his Nuzzle Gathering, or Nuzzly Gathering, sorry. Right, so I'm going to hopefully, oh, switch card, fantastic. So we're going to switch it to Oricorio, give Oricorio an energy card. I do need to judge it. Hopefully get an Arcanine. Oh, that's just good enough. So I'm going to Pokemon Communication, so all I need now is just to draw a Pokemon card. So we're going to swap it with one of these, force them on the Jump Lofts onto the field. Hopefully with a bit of luck, it'll get a Tails and its attack will fail. And that'll be number 1 down, so it'll be 2 out of 4, because obviously I've already knocked out one of the Hoppips. So unless he puts that back into the deck somehow, then I'm not going to be able to get his 4th one onto the field. So on the next turn, I'm going to use Lily to draw more cards if I don't draw a Pokemon card. If I do, I'm going to use Pokemon Communication, and I'm going to get Arcanine to evolve Growlithe. Okay, so I'm not sure why he's putting them in there. Okay, so he seems to be switching it. It's got no retreat cost. That's one thing I'm overlooked a little bit. Okay, so for 70 damage, Arcanine attacks actually 120. So we're going to do, like I say, we're going to do NG card to Growlithe. Lily, hopefully draw a Pokemon card. Yes, we did. Pokemon Communication, swap Charmeleon for Arcanine. His Grand Flame effect is really good because it means I'm going to be able to power up the next one. Power up Charmeleon. That's 2 out of 4, so we're going to attach this to Charmeleon. One energy card to Charmeleon. So it's 30 damage. Not quite good enough, so we're going to actually go to land it in the next turn, because he's going to knock out Arcanine this time. We are sort of one ahead, sort of. Actually, he's only got 2 left, so once we've knocked out his last 2 Jump Lofts, he's going to be pretty much screwed. So we're going to go with Energy card, and I'm going to go with Cynthia. Alright, not bad at all. Hopefully we'll get a switch card. Nope, didn't get it. Alright, I'm going to go on done. If we'd chose Charmeleon that time, we would have actually been able to knock him out, but didn't have no idea that I was going to draw a Charizard with that card, so it is what it is. How his reset stamped is, doesn't really matter, as long as I get an NG card, I'm not bothered. Yeah, didn't get one, that's not good. Not good. Hopefully we'll draw an NG card, because if we don't, I'll not have enough to power up Charmeleon. Okay, we're gonna have to go for it. Yes, we got it, we got it. Okay, I need something, 3 NG cards for Arcanine. Fire Crystal, good, that's good. Look at him. Oh, he's putting it back into his deck, so this now he's got more than the one. But you'll be able to get his last one out now, so he's doing that. He's putting that back in, getting Hoppip. He's going to evolve Hoppip into that, and he's going to get his fourth one out that I thought I had stopped. Okay, we're going to have to sacrifice one card. What can we do here? Yeah, so I'm going to try and get Charizard. Two trainer cards revealed from my deck, that's good. So I can get another. Oh, I don't have another Pokemon communication. We're going to go with Rare Candy. And Giant Earth. Alright, so we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Then I'm going to get second Charizard. I'm going to follow them straight away. Use Fire Crystal, some NG cards. Alright, so he's got the skip blooms. He's gonna get his fourth one out. It's annoying. It's annoying. So he should have. Come on. I've lost this one, but I don't know why he's adding more on. He doesn't need to, like, he's just playing for time here, he's just being awkward. Alright, so that was it. Bit of a disappointment, that one. Right, so we're going to go for one more. See if we can do any better now that I've got a bit of a grip, bit of an idea of the deck now. I've got a little bit familiar with it. I'll be able to play it a little bit better this time. A bit disappointing because I knew his strategy right away from the beginning and I wasn't able to break it down. Right, so this time we're going to be able to use the Charizard and Braxton GX card from the start. And we've also got a welder card, so should be able to attach two NG cards to it if I manage to draw them with this mulligan. So we've got one, it's got tag calls and stuff. No giveaways on what Pokemon he's got though. So he'll draw an NG card here, and hopefully he'll draw another one when we start. But if not, we can might draw one when we use welder, then attach it to it, use his GX move straight from the beginning. He'll be confused and burn, and Charizard and Braxton will be powered up from the start. And then after that, I'll be able to attack and search for any cards that I want and get all the cards that I want and play this deck the way it should be. Alright, so straight away, he hasn't actually attached any cards. nothing, so a bit disappointing to be honest. But nonetheless, use the GX move. Oh, wait a minute, it's on the discard pile, isn't it? Ah, okay, a little bit of confusion there. I thought it was on the deck. I didn't read the card properly. Yeah, discard pile. Oh, well, I know how to use it now properly, so we'll not make that mistake again. Anyways, only needs 2 more cards, 2 more energy cards to be in of its shot. So thought it was too good to be true, that card, to be honest. Now, if I remember rightly, when he evolves this, uses that, he gets knocked out, and I get the card. Or it's nothing's with information, so it's no abilities in play. You can draw, so just have 2 trainer cards to reveal him, so that's not bad. Means I can get a card to get some more energy cards if I don't draw one, or I can get things like Cherish Ball, anything like that. Or even another Welder card, which, to be honest, I could do with drawing. Since I messed up my first turn. Hopefully he's going to use that ability again and give me another card. Hopefully it's an energy card instead. Yes, there we go. Oh, he's reset stamped this. To be honest, I hope I might get another Welder and 2 energy cards, and that's what I want. Didn't get it, not even close. But I've got a Cynthia card, so I'll oh. That's not a bad strategy. You use them to get me down to 4 to use Beast Ring to then power up his own Pokemon. So he's probably going to use his GX move or not. Right, so Charmander onto there, and then we need a new hand. Not bad, just need Charizard now. Okay, so he's knocked out basically. I really did mess up on that first turn. But what we're going to do is we're going to go Oricorio. And then hopefully we'll draw Charizard. I'm hoping that he uses his GX move, because if he does, it sets himself up because he takes more cards, but it means that I get another turn. It doesn't exist. He's taking 3 prize cards, but I'm going to use Oricorio. Swap him to the other one, and it'll be Burned and Confused. No, sorry. Yeah, Burned and Confused. I was right. Right, the first time. And we're going to go with that. Right. Captivating Salsa. Right. Oh, really? It's not going my way, this one. To be honest, you could just retreat. That's what I would do. I would just take them 3 cards off. I would retreat, go back to the previous bit one, or you can use that. Okay, that didn't work. Really needed that. To be honest, I'd get Arcanine. And that would be good as well. Or Pokemon Communication, anything like that. Yeah, to be honest, I'm just going to quit as well. Massive mistake at the start. So this time we'll use the card correctly and read all the options on it correctly. Okay, come on. Right, This time we're going to do it correctly. We're going to do it the right way this time. Third time lucky. Here we go. Okay, he's got the advantage. He's got a few different types of Pokemon in there. Okay, we're going to go with heads this time. And we're lost. Right. Cherish Ball, we've got it there, but we're going to use it second. So we're going to use it after there's a few NG cards in the discard pile. So what we're going to do to get them is we're going to hopefully evolve Salander into Salazzle, use its ability to put NG cards in the discard pile, draw more cards, and then I'm going to use Cherish Ball to get Charizard and Braxton on the bench. Hopefully we're going to get Pokegear to then get Pokemon Communication to evolve Salander. That is the plan. And then Erika's Hospitality. 4 or fewer. You can only play this card if you have 4 or fewer other cards in your hand. Draw a card for each of your opponent's Pokemon in play. So hopefully you'll put a lot of Pokemon in play and we'll be able to draw a lot of cards. That's 2. Alright, so he's going to go for a Mewtwo and Mew deck, standard deck build. Alright, so it doesn't really work as well in standard. I don't think it does anyway. Reason for that is there's less Pokemon you can use to power it up with, and there's less cards you can get NG cards on it as well. So you've got to go with, like he has, what he's done the Rainbow NG instead. Right. So far he has 3 cards in play. It's obviously going to be going for the Mewtwo. So if we can get our Lucario on the field, switch it to the Mewtwo he wants to try and use, confuse it, burn it, wear it down, and then finish it off with a good attack. Or even use Charizard and Braxton's GX move on it if I can manage to get it on the field at the same time. With enough NG cards in the discard pile, we can confuse it, burn it, and then power ourselves up for the next attack afterwards. So we've got a few different options. We have to just see what he does. So he's gone for Mewtwo straight away. Alright, that's an interesting approach. So we're going to go with Cherish Ball. Straight away, Charizard and Braxton. GX promo. Then I'm hopefully going to get a Pokemon Communication with this. Didn't get it, got a Fan Club instead, but not to worry because we can get Arcane, what you call them? Growlithe on the field, sorry, with Fan Club on the next turn. And then we've got 2 training cards from that, so that's good. Right, so what we're going to do is, there's no point doing that, so we're going to go straight away, Charizard Braxton. And then we're going to use Green's exploration to get Pokemon Communication. I don't remember the name of the thing there. Pokemon Communication, and then also we're going to get a rare candy with it because we're going to go with Charizard and on Charmander. What the idea is, I'm going to put him on next, use that, weaken him, get the energy cards on, attack him, wear him down, and then come on with Charizard Braxton afterwards to then confuse it, burn it, and then get the energy cards powered up for the rest of it for the second attack that we put out in 2 turns. He'll then use his second one, which is his Brumo, which is right at the back there. But we'll see what happens by then. So he's going, there we go. It's going to be a nice combo. He's even got a giant Earth there that I can use if I run out of energy cards. Right, so we've got Pokemon Communication straight away, so we can actually get an even better card now. So we're going to get Charizard first. And then I'm going to use this. We're going to go for Rare Candy, and we're going to go for the next turn. We're going to get Welder. gonna go straight away. Rare Candy, Charizard. Now, I don't need to attach an energy card to Charizard because he's going to get 2 there. If I do, it's only going to be extra 50 damage, which will be 180, which is not enough. So I'm going to do it. Charizard and Braxton first. These 2 onto him. Just go with the regular amount to start with. So he's got a bit of damage on him now. I've got enough. 130. So I've now got enough on Charizard and Braxton to knock him out with his turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Welder to get the last 2 energy cards on Charizard and Braxton. On the next turn, knock them out. And then I'm going to use the GX move on the second Mewtwo and Mew. Or Charizard, whichever one he puts on first. But obviously it's 3 cards for it, so he's going to switch him and he's going to heal him. So alright, so new plan. Yeah, new plan. Gonna get Oricorio on the Oricorio on the field with Pokemon Fan Club. Use GX move, power everybody up. Oh, and you swapped it back to the other one. That's with a little bit. It's got a little bit of damage on it still. It's not enough. Maybe I should have done that next one, but it's not strong enough to knock me out. Right, so we're gonna go use his giant here. Actually, gonna get rid of Pokemon Fan Club. Gonna get these energy cards on the go. And this time we're going to attach it to regular Charizard. I don't want to use his ability. Right, now he's back exactly the way he was before. Hopefully he won't switch it and do that again to heal him. Right, so the idea is try and knock it out on the next turn. Okay, what is he going to go for? He's went for a Guzma and Hala, so he's gonna search for a stadium card. Is that what it does? When you play this, when you discard 2 cards in your energy tube, you also search for a tool and special energy card. Okay, so he's going for a tool card and a special energy card. He's got special energy, rainbow energy, and a stealthy hood. I've forgotten what stealthy hood does. Prevent all effects of your opponent's abilities done in this Pokemon. I don't have abilities though, so if he thinks that's gonna what he's done in this Pokemon is actually remove any such existing effects. Effects of your opponent's abilities. Yeah, well it's attack, it's not an ability, it's an attack, so he thinks that's gonna stop it from being confused and burned. It shouldn't, because it's not an ability. Right. So let's go for the 3. Finish my deck with some cards. So we're gonna get any 3 cards that we want. So what do I need? Definitely get Oricorio. We'll definitely get a switch. Okay, oh, okay, no. No, no. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. What should I get? Okay. Charmander. Ah, that'll do. Didn't know what to get. No idea. It's doing a forest. Only got one card. Right. Probably should have got Charmander to evolve it into another Charizard and power it up with. Well, that's probably what I should. And yeah, that's what I should have done. We'll see what happens. I should have had Charmander and Charizard. The other Charizards, I don't actually have another one of these Charizards, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Just need to get rid of that about Mewtwo, and then that's it. To be honest, though, so even if he uses the GX move of that, he needs another 2 more NG cards to attach it to do 300 damage, so that won't work. Well, if he does manage to do that, will knock out me, and it'll be pretty much game over. Done Turbo Strike again. Loves his Turbo Strike. Loves it. Absolutely loves it. Why did I got it as well? We need Charlie. Okay, I need to get Charmander. Got Pokemon communication, that's good enough. Right. What's his GX move? 300? No. It's fine, I'm just gonna go with this. Right. 4 NG cards. Attachment Charmander. Hopefully going to do it. We're actually going to get the other Charizard back into the deck and then try and evolve it into that, and then that'll be a nice high attack. It'll be 230, and if I get more NG cards attached to it, it'll hopefully get up to 300, and it wouldn't matter if he heals it or swaps it, it'll still be knocked out. So that is the plan. So first off, we'll probably evolve. If we don't get it, we'll evolve him at Charmeleon, put Box Grip back in there, get Charizard back in the deck, and then if we do draw it, hopefully we'll draw it something or another communication card. Right, so he's using that to swap it again, so he has swapped it, he's managed to heal it. But we're going to go for the one-hit knockout with Charizard again. Right. So what's he going to do? Is he going to swap back? I don't know. He's got nothing in his hand. So I'm not going to use Judge, I don't want to give him a new hand. All he's got is tag team cards, so it doesn't matter which one I knock out, I'll be able to take all 3 cards. He's thinking, what's he going to do? He could knock me out here with his own GX move, so if I don't manage to somehow get Charizard back into my hand. Oh, Very interesting. I think it's because he knows I can't knock him out on this turn, so. And he can on his next turn. $150. You can use any GX or EX attack. There's a bit of energy for us. If I did that, I have no choice but to retreat. And because it does say grass type and that, but a rainbow it affects everything, so I get to discard it. Right, so he's only got the one card in his hand, and he's going to search for another GX. Oh, he's going to search for a Did then in, so he's going to get a new hand. It's good player this. Yeah, this guy, good player. But the case is he's discarded a lot of cards. How many energy cards he's actually got left? Some of all fire types 4, 5. Should probably have one more rainbow energy card left. Now he hasn't got enough energy cards to do any move except this one, which is only 30, as far as I'm aware. Yeah. I could use Turbo Strike again. How he's doing it. Yeah, to be honest, I think I've lost this one as well, but it's a work in progress, this deck. I think it has got some potential. We'll see what he does. Yeah, we'll see what he does, but I don't think I can do much at this stage. His reset stamp is... To be honest, I probably could do with that. Ooh. All you need to do is get another NG card and then use the GX. Has he got one? Nah, he's got one there. So he should use Charizard's GX move. He doesn't, and he's just playing that's going to do it. Never can double blizz attack. Alright, so that's the Charizard deck. It's a bit of a work in progress, but we'll stick to it. Hopefully we'll be able to change it up, and then the next time I show you this deck, it should be a winning deck. Hopefully we're going to change a few things around and hopefully make it a bit better. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know how you think you would improve it, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.